Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Friday episode of the Morning Mug. Today is the 20th of March. So, starting off with the weather today, cloudy, a little foggy this morning in south central Pennsylvania, chance of thunderstorms in the early afternoon, but I'm pretty excited to report that in the later afternoon hours, we're going to cross into the 70s. So please get out, maintain that 6-foot distance from people not in your household, but take the dog, go for a walk, spend some time outside, read a book. Really excited that we're going to cross over into some warmer weather. Happy birthday today to Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, born this day, 1928. Latrobe, Pennsylvania, one of my favorite Pennsylvanians. Just an absolute all-around pretty cool guy. And you know who's played Mr. Rogers in a recent film? Tom Hanks. Sorry. And speaking of Tom and his lovely wife Rita, reports are saying that they're feeling better. Still in quarantine, but they're feeling better, which is awesome. Special shout out to my teacher friend, Ms. Emily Young. She sent me this in the spirit of March Madness. It is all Tom Hanks films, a full bracket of Tom Hanks films. So now I know what I am going to be doing. Okay, let's be real. I could probably sit and just fill this whole thing out right now, but so thank you so much for that, Emily. Couple other shout outs. Shout out to my Honors Law 2 class. We had a Google Meet earlier this week. We're going to meet today to do a little experiment on fingerprinting. Pretty excited. They were some of the first to start commenting on these morning mugs, so thank you to my Law 2 kiddos. This day in history, 1345. This is something from AP students out there. So 1345, the Black Death was created. I don't know if the eyebrow's drastic enough. 1345, the Black Death was created. So my AP kids, go do some digging. Send me what you get. Yeah, that created part, that's what we want to investigate. The Black Death was created this day in 1345. Also, this day in history, I want to double check a date because I'm doubting myself. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, I was right, 1965. So this day in history, 1965, President Lyndon B. Johnson tells Alabama Governor George Wallace that he will send in, he will order the National Guard and, if necessary, federal troops to supervise a march from Selma to Montgomery. Now, one of the reasons I'm bringing it up, I have to grab a book, was scheduled to go to a teacher seminar workshop in Montgomery, Alabama later in April. That's been postponed. But the book that we're reading for it is called Just Mercy by Bryan Stevenson, also made into a film. Excuse me. But I'm determined to read the book before the film. Really looking forward to it, and I'll be sure to give a report once I get to it. Okay, so today's episode title, Civic Neighbors. Civic Neighbors. So neighbor because of Mr. Rogers, and neighbor because of yesterday's 2-minute mystery. So congratulations to Ethan Runyon. Good job, Ethan. You were the first one to get the correct answer. If you want the story, take a look at episode 4 of the Morning Mug. But I'm going to read the answer for you right now. Edna May could see the form of Harry's body and the shape of a man standing over him, but no more. Her glasses were fogged over because she entered the warm house from the sharp cold outside. Her heavy breathing and the warm pie added to the humidity, making the fog heavier. Not only was she unable to see Harry's attacker, she was unable to see anything distinctly until her glasses cleared. Good job, Ethan, for making that post. Thank you so much, and thank you for the others who participated. Your ideas were reasonable. That's good. And as long as you can back it up, we'll let it stand. So good for you. So the civic part of Civic Neighbors today, I have my Pennsylvania or Pennsyltucky hat on. I have my Team USA. This is my morning mug. Team USA. Which I had to give myself a little bit of a saucer because I actually overfilled my coffee this morning. Oops. Two things going on that impact Pennsylvanians and Americans that are going on right now. First one I want to briefly talk about is the census. Census. So you should be getting an envelope in the mail that kind of looks like this, okay, from the United States Census Bureau. The first census was in 1790, and it's required by the Constitution that every 10 years a census goes out. So this is like a head count for our country. Yes, the numbers are constantly changing, but we need to have, numbers of folks, what states they're living in, and so on, for several reasons. Some funding for schools, some funding for emergency response, and also our representation in the House of Representatives, because I'm sure, as you remember from social studies class, the Senate, 2 representatives per state. The House of Representatives is based on population, and we can't figure out how many representatives we're supposed to have until we know what our population is. So, for the first time, pretty excited about this, the census. Okay, so you'll get this, covering up my code so you don't complete my census. Okay, so they give you that information. You can complete it by mail, you can complete it on the phone, and you can also complete it online. Please know that the census will not ask your social security number. The census is not going to ask for your account numbers and credit card numbers and that kind of stuff. Those are scams. Don't even go there. Okay, so they will ask things like, how many people are living in your home? What are their ages and what are their genders? They're going to ask potentially about levels of education. They might ask about income. Okay, so those are standard type questions. So please make sure that you do that. It is quite expensive to get the census done. The census in 2010 cost about $12.9 billion to actually put all the information together, to send all the information out. So please do your part. You are required by law to respond. Thank you. The second thing, for those of you watching who are registered voters, we don't know what's going on, past the next couple weeks, but April 28th is the scheduled Pennsylvania primary. So one thing that you can do is go to votespa.com. That's VOTESPA.com. And they can give you information on how to register for a mail-in ballot. Sometimes this is called an absentee ballot. So the request has to be in by the 21st of April at 5 p.m. And you must return your ballot by the close of polls on Election Day, which is the 28th of April at 8 p.m. So I highly recommend it. If you're not sure where things are going and you just want that peace of mind to make sure that your vote is counted, please feel free to make sure to do that. I will post links to a nice video about the census and also absentee ballots on the comments section of my YouTube page. So that is it for the morning mug today. I actually have to get ready because in about 5 minutes my meetings start for Google Meet and such. I made some progress on my coloring project, so I will show that. And at this point, I'm still planning on doing these over the weekend. Yeah, we're missing school during the week, but every day is a new day, so I think I'm going to do them over the weekend. So, as always, if you have questions, comments, want to send requests, please let me know. And behave, be good, be kind. Please continue to recycle, and for the love of all things, wash your hands. See you later.